Buying that. I love. You know what? Giannis talking. It's good content because now he said that he might get traded. He's saying that if the Bucks don't win a
Nobody's
championship.
trade you, Giannis.
But it's weird for him to say no. You buying this?
Stop the foolishness.
This is what he does. He likes
provocateur.
Yeah, but he's just a silly guy. He's not serious. They would. He's just
what I said at all.
Yeah. No, they're not trading him. There's not a world that they would trade him unless it's literally like a Dame situation a couple years in Portland where he wants it. And they, but no, they're in.
Wouldn't that be funny? You trade him and Dame's there.
And then he goes to Portland. Giannis goes to Portland.
That they wanted him to win already.
Yeah, there's
everything now is the icing on the cake.
I agree with you.
And by the way, they're in a good shape. Again, no one really talks about them, but they have a solid chance this year. Is Chris Middleton healthy? They basically have the same core back. Another year of Dame and Giannis together. They are going to be just fine. And I don't even think that it's championship or bust for this team. That's not fair to put those expectations on them. There's a lot of other teams that are better, that are deeper than them, but they're going to have a good game.
What's weird about though is that Shaq said that this Bucks team should be the favorites to win the title, which that's kind of a hell of a statement, Lou. Like
I don't.
Right now?
Yeah, I mean. It's not a, but again, it's not a bad. It's a funny take, but it's not a bad take, right?
No, it's not awful.
Last year we were high on Milwaukee Bucks. We were high on them until they went out and they didn't perform at the level that we thought they were. I thought they had enough talent to make a run. So them coming back, only thing that I'm concerned about is them not taking that time in the summer to get together, start working on that chemistry, start working on that 1-2 punch, building your culture again when you add a Dame Lillard to that.
Because now he's been there.
Yeah, that was the only thing. But other than that, talent-wise on paper, you put them in the middle of the pack with the rest of the top teams in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, the favorite is a stretch. To take them with good odds is a nice thing. It's like taking Phoenix with plus whatever their odds are. That's fine. Taking Milwaukee at the odds. But like if you have every team even who you're going to pick to win, you're not taking them over
if your next meal depends on it, you're not.
You're not taking them over the Celtics. No chance in hell.
All right, Gilbert Arenas, of course, said that Jalen Brunson is a better scoring version of Chris Paul. Lou, you buying that?
No, I ain't buying that.
Really?
First of all, yeah, I know what Gil's doing. He's trying to get the people going. So shout out Gil. Shout out Gil's Arenas. He's trying to get the people going. I understand the game when it comes to Gil when he says these things, but two completely different games. Chris Paul is the type of player, he's going to come out there, he's going to set the table for his players. Jalen Brunson is the table. He's going to be the guy that's going to go out and be aggressive on the scoring end. He's closer to an Allen Iverson comparison than a Chris Paul comparison. So, no, I'm not buying this.
Yeah, two different games. It's like Chris Paul is like a Halliburton type where he's going to set you up. He's going to play pick and roll. He's going to get in the paint, throw lobs, space out to shooters. So it's weird to even compare these two. They're both point guards, but they have completely different games.
They're very different in their everything, right? Their delivery, their leadership
Absolutely
skills.
Everything.
It's interesting to me. Nick Young, are we calling, he's not Swaggy P anymore.
He's Swaggy P.
He's still Swaggy.
Forever and always.
Forever. Well, nicknames change, as we know. But he also said that De'Aaron Fox should be a top 5 point guard in the NBA, but he doesn't get the credit for what he does. Chandler, are you buying that?
I think just the Sacramento Kings don't get the credit ever, and then now they're finally back. They went to the playoffs. They broke the streak. They're lighting the beam. There's excitement around that team. But when you look at the point guard position, it's just so deep. You look at Steph, Jalen, Halliburton, Luka, Tyrese Maxey. It's already 5 that are probably going to be ranked ahead of him. But, I mean, he's close. He's very good. He's explosive. He's so fast in transition. I think just the more they win, SGA, we didn't even mention.
Oh, yeah.
So,
what are you doing?
it's their top 5 is a stretch, but listen, he is a very, very good player. He's going to make a lot of money in this league. He's going to be an all-star in this league. So, top 5, I'm not buying, but
5's tough.
Sure, he's 7. Like, yeah,
he's
on the cusp.
He's right there on the bubble, and I think DeMar DeRozan is going to be one of those guys that's going to get him there. He's going to open up those lanes for him to be aggressive in transition, get him the basketball, take some pressure off of him, and in fourth quarters, he's allowed to take over, even though DeMar DeRozan is one of the fourth quarter leaders in scoring. I think De'Aaron Fox, he takes that leap with him being on that team. So is it a stretch to say this? No, absolutely not. But he's already in the conversation of top 7 to 8. So can he go from a 7 to a 5? Absolutely. So I'm buying.
I like 7.
I'll go with it.
Good one. Lou, the Heat went 46-36 last season, lost in the first round, and Stan Van Gundy has already come out and said they're not good. That roster's not good. They have a play-in roster. I love it.
ESPN gave him like a 90% chance to make the playoffs.
That's somebody's high. That seems ridiculous.
I think that's on reputation. I think that's the reputation that the Miami Heat has built, and we're used to seeing them go on these late season runs. I didn't feel that energy, and something feels missing. Chandler, am I wrong for saying it? Just that heat culture and
The
how
Pat
they
Riley,
usually...
Jimmy Butler stuff last year was a little weird.
Yeah, something just
those
seems,
exit meetings were weird.
Something seems off.
And
so,
also, well, for some reason, this is a team because of the culture that they've created in Eric Spoelstra. We've given them like the benefit of the doubt. They could have a shitty regular season, but it's like, don't worry, they're better in the playoffs. So it's like we kind of lower our expectations for the Miami Heat just because how good they've been in the postseason. But he's not wrong. When you look at their roster, the Jimmy Butler and Bam are solid players. Tyler Hero, can he stay healthy and have that great year? Outside of that, is Terry Rozier going to fit in? Is Duncan Robinson? You don't know if he's going to play on a given night. Like, so I mean, you never know with this team. But what you do know is they play how they practice. They practice hard and they defend and they're physical and they're tough. So they're going to have games where they're going to win 92 days. That they're going to go old school 90 scoreboard again in some of the games because they are that tough and they are that disciplined. But when you look across the league, talent-wise, they are slacking a little bit.
I love this, Stan. We haven't even started the season yet, so just nope.
Well, that's all we can do is guess at this point.
I mean, it's part of the gig, I suppose. According to reports, the Lakers are still eyeing Zach Levine. Chandler, are you buying that a trade for that guy should happen?
I think they should. I think he would help. I think they need shooting. I think when you got a guy like you got wings like Dalton Connect now, and you got Austin Reeves, you got D'Lo. I think there's assets that would entice the Chicago Bulls. And what's interesting about the Bulls and Zach Levine, he was on the trading block, right? He wanted out. Then all year long now, and media day and preseason, he's saying, I'm just here to not ruffle any feathers. I'm just here to play any sort of role that they give me. We have an understanding. So it's almost like his role is going to be limited.
That sucks.
Be a good guy, don't be a distraction, and eventually we'll find a deal that makes sense for both of us. That's the kind of vibe that I've got. But listen, he can still play. He can still shoot. He's still athletic. He's bounced back from his surgery, so I think he would, basketball-wise, fit with the Lakers. It's just what are they willing to give up at this point?
Yeah, but you've already invested in Austin Reeves. You've invested in Dalton Connect. Do you put one of two of those guys on a back burner if you have an opportunity to go get a Zach Levine?
I think one of them would have to be in the trade.
Maybe the idea that they're going to watch these two guys specifically to see, all right,
serious question.
We're going to do it?
Serious question.
Oh, I'm glad mine weren't serious. Thank you.
What if the Bulls wanted Bronny James in the trade? Do the Lakers do it?
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. This is fun.
Do they do it? Like right now, before the rate,
no. No chance.
No.
So no, they're not doing it.
He's untouchable.
No. He's untouchable? So him, Anthony Davis, and LeBron are untouchable. Everyone else is on the board.
I mean,
is that crazy to think?
Let me ask you this. Is there a greater chance, and I'd like to thank Lisa James in my ear for this one, is there a bigger chance that Bronny could be traded or that Wemby would be traded?
Or LeBron.
Like, who's the most untouchable?
Wemby, but it's a fucking it's a close second with Bronny James. But that's what I'm wondering. Like if they see it, you throw some picks, you throw a Dalton Connect, you throw a D'Lo in it. But no, we need Bronny James. Do they do it?
I hope that happens.
All Bronny James aside, Dalton Connect just scored 20 straight points last night. Austin Reeves, you already know what you're going to get out of him.
Are we just pitting the two white guys against each other to see who stays?
No, they're the wing
Colin
scorers.
Castleton on the bench. He's available.
they're the wing scorers, and so
right.
If you're gonna bring a Zach Levine in, like you said, one or the two of those guys are gonna be involved in that. Which one of those guys are you?
Or D'Lo. I feel like the Lakers are more interested in shipping out D'Lo than Reeves.
But it's got to be multiple parts, right?
You gotta go. You better go.
Rui's he's a little hot right now.
You better go get Lonzo Ball. You better throw him in.
This is why we need this.
You don't have a point guard either.
Lonzo Ball.
You don't have a point guard either now.
This is why we need Shams. Fuck yes. God damn it, Shams.
Well, maybe
we're over here guessing. He knows.
He will still text us back. We can do that.
He's a consultant.
Yeah, he's a consultant.
He's still with us.
Darius Garland said that